Are you a fan of dill? Well, let's take a look and see if I can change your mind. So what you're looking here is the regular dill. I would call it the green dill. It's fairly tall, and this dill comes back to me year after year, followed by the chocolate dill. As you can see, it's a bit darker in comparison to the regular dill. Again, I planted both of these once and it comes back every year. I'm in zone 6 in Kentucky, central Kentucky, that is. Welcome to my small garden. So this is in early spring. As you can see, not much has come up yet, but one of the first things that come up in my garden is the dills. It grows fairly fast for me, so it's something that I am not able to keep up with. So what I usually like to do is just let it take its course, and I just kind of enjoy it. It's really beautiful. The leaves are very nice and silky. How does the chocolate dill taste in comparison to the regular dill? Well, the chocolate dill has to me, or in my opinion, the chocolate dill is a little bit stronger in taste in comparison to the regular dill. I feel like the regular dill has a little bit of a sweetness to it. As the chocolate dill, it's not as sweet. So I'm going to show you how I thin my dill. Pretty much I'm going to take some of these older stock, like you've seen here, and just take them off. There's too much. I can't use them all. I freeze some of these already. Okay. Here's another look after I remove some of the lower stalk. Here's the regular dill. And I did the same thing for the chocolate dill. And here they are side by side. Both of these has done very well for me year over year. They have been growing in this same spot for the last 5 years or so. So I pretty much just kind of let it grow, and then over the winter it will die out, and then it comes back in early spring. And they are one of the first thing in my garden that comes up in the springtime. They are a very fast growing herb with very low to no maintenance required. So if you are a newbie to growing herbs, I would recommend this as one of your very first herb to grow. Or for those of you who like to add different foliage and texture to your garden, this would be a perfect herb to add to your garden. And this herb can grow as tall as 4 feet. So just be mindful of that as you incorporate this into your garden. So the leaves is somewhat green, a little bit of a yellowish to it when it's fairly young, and then it turns slightly greenish, as you can see against my hand. Here's an up close of both leaves so you can see the color and the texture. Here's a close-up of the roots of both dill. You can see that the chocolate dill has a little bit of a color to it versus the regular green dill. Here's the color. It's a light chocolate It's almost like dark brownish, reddish. And when it's fairly young, you can see how much darker it is. Okay, so this is the chocolate dill, which you can see. Behind the dill is the lemon balm. It's quite mature right now. I need to trim it back. Here's another look side by side from the stalk up to the leaves. They are both beautiful in the garden. Here's another look at both dill from a different angle. As you can see, there's not a whole lot going on in my garden just yet. And the other herbs that you see behind the chocolate dill is the lemon balm. The lemon balm does very well for me as well. The lemon balm is part of the mint family, so it could take over your garden if you don't keep an eye on it. So I would recommend growing those in pots instead of in the ground in your garden. So how do I use dill in my everyday cooking? As far as the green dill, I like the young leaves as a salad, and it goes pretty well with most of the dishes that I incorporate into my everyday meal. And you can also incorporate that into your salad as well. I feel like it gives it a very clean, fresh taste. Secondly, I like to make a pesto paste out of the green dill. I typically don't care much for the chocolate dill, so I kind of just grow that for looks only. And lastly, I also like to add dill to my fish dishes. So that's how I use dill in my kitchen. How do you use dill? In the meantime, happy gardening, and I'll see you all in the next video.